Hey guys, today I just wanted to talk about the new updated RCP website for the 2020 election and the new pages in which they have put into their website. Before that, I just wanted to apologize for this subpar audio quality. My mic has continued to not work very well. There's a lot of static background noise, and I'm not able to get rid of that. So my new mic will be coming in soon, and so I hope the audio quality will improve in the near future. So, in addition to that, I'd like to thank everyone for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. It really keeps me motivated and keeps me going. And if you have not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could consider subscribing to my channel. So today for the new pages that Real Clear Politics has put on their website, the first one I want to talk about is their battlegrounds average. So basically they take an average of each of the 6 main battleground states: Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Arizona. So these are all states that Trump won in 2016. However, at the moment, Biden leads in all of them: 6 points in Wisconsin, 2 points in North Carolina, 6.4 points in Florida, 7 points in Pennsylvania, 7.7 points in Michigan, and then 2.8 points in Arizona. So basically, they have compiled their averages for Trump and Biden in all of these 6 states. And basically, Biden leads by an average of 5.3% in these battleground states. Now, if you compare this to his actual general election lead, he leads by 8.6%. So you might say that 5.6% really is not high. However, it is very high considering that these are going to be the most important states. These are the six of the closest states in 2020. I do believe that Georgia and Iowa will be the closest states. However, these states, they are next in how close they will be in the 2020 election. So, the closest states, they are polling in favor of Joe Biden by 5.3%. The closest states polling in favor by 5% for Joe Biden. That is looking very good for Joe Biden's campaign. So, right now, just looking at all of this, this is all looking very good. And I think Trump definitely needs to do some catch up. He needs to, improve his favorability and approval, very soon, because he's on this less than 4 months until the election at this point. And so next, they have created their new favorability ratings for Biden and Trump. This is the net favorability rating right here. So basically, 0 means 50-50, basically, or 49-49. Basically, when you subtract the you do the approval minus the disapproval rating, or a favorable minus the unfavorable rating, and then you will get the net approval rating. So basically, Joe Biden, he was the former vice president, so he was pretty popular at the beginning. He was popular after he left office by around 10 to 15 points. However, when you get back into politics, of course you become more unpopular. And Biden's popularity has actually increased recently. It did dip down a little bit, but he is now at negative 1.5% net favorable. Net unfavorable, but that's 1.5%. That is almost a 50-50. And if you compare this to Trump, he has a negative 16% favorability rating. So basically, if you look down here, only 40% of the country view Donald Trump as a favorable person, and then 56% view him as unfavorable. And then if you compare this to Joe Biden, 44% of the country think he is favorable, and 46% of Americans think he is unfavorable. So basically, Joe Biden's numbers do not add up as close to 100 as Donald Trump's, because a lot more people have no opinion on Joe Biden, as Joe Biden is not a current office holder. He's just a candidate at this point. He doesn't have any responsibilities at the moment. But Biden, a new Fox News poll shows Biden favorable by 11%. That is, considering it's from Fox News, that is good for Joe Biden. And then Donald Trump, negative 13 from Fox, and then negative 27 from Quinnipiac. Negative 27 points. 61% of people in this poll view Donald Trump unfavorably. And you cannot win the election with 40% of the vote. With 44% maybe, and I think that Joe Biden will definitely win over 44%, because a lot of the independents and those who have no opinion, I think that most of them will vote for Joe Biden just because of how disastrous Trump's campaign has been in the recent weeks. So basically, this is RCP's new fearability ratings chart. And also, this is not new, but their betting odds graph. I just wanted to talk about this. So yesterday, Biden hit a new high in terms of his betting odds for the 2020 election. So basically, if you don't know what betting odds basically you bet an amount of money on which candidate you think would win. So basically, right now, if you're betting on Trump, you would pay 36 cents a share to bet on Trump, and if Trump won the election, you would win $1. So basically, you would be winning 100 minus 36 cents, which would be 64 cents if you betted on Donald Trump. And then if you betted on Joe Biden now, you would pay 60.3 cents, and then you would gain back 39.7 cents if Joe Biden were to win the election. So basically right here, so you can see here, Donald Trump actually led in the betting odds for quite a while until Joe Biden caught up to him. Joe Biden was always leading in the national polling averages in most battleground states. As you can see here, if you look at these graphs here, Joe Biden has always been leading in the battleground states. And then if you look at the polling averages, Joe Biden has always been leading. There was never a point in which Donald Trump was leading. However, up until the beginning of June, when the riots began all around the country, Joe Biden was never ahead of Donald Trump in the betting odds. So right here, I really do not count this. This was before he became the presumptive nominee. So this really does not affect too much. It was really around early April, late March that it was really clear that it would be Biden against Trump. And so basically Trump's his betting odds have just decreased more and more. He's now at 36%. His peak, he was at 51.9%. I'm sorry about that. And then looking at Joe Biden's betting odds at the moment, he's at 60.3%. Basically, he has a 6 in 10 chance of winning the presidency, and for a non-incumbent, that is good. And for Donald Trump, the incumbent president, 36% really is not good. Hillary Clinton did have a higher chance in the betting odds in the 2016 election. However, nobody really thought that Trump would win an election. As he had no experience, and he was quite unpopular. But Hillary Clinton was also pretty unpopular. But at the moment now, Trump has already won an election. He is the president. So he no longer had to act presidential. He anything he does basically is now technically presidential, as he is the president. He won his election fair and square. So that's why his betting odds are much better than those in 2016. Because at this point he had like a 15% chance of winning the election against Hillary Clinton in 2016. So this is, I guess it's better for Trump, but it really isn't, because, he's a 36% chance for an incumbent. That is not good. So, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, as well as subscribing to my channel. I would really want to hit, 200 soon. And so, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.